With over 60 fresh draft beers to choose from, there's no doubt Hop City is a beer geek heaven. But whether you're an aficionado or just a first-timer, you're bound to find your perfect pour right here. And we're here with Kraig Torres from Hop City. Kraig with a K, you are the beer man, the beer god. You're like the champion of beer.
I do love a little bit of beer, yes.
So tell me about Hop City. Explain to me what that all means.
Hop City grew out of a passion for craft beer that was 25 years in the making. I was in the Coast Guard and I had a chance to travel to Germany, to Australia, to all these great places brewing beer. And I wanted to share my passion with the city of Atlanta.
All right, I want to get to this growler thing because this has become a big trend. Exactly what is a growler?
A growler is a big jug full of draft beer. And it's a great way to appreciate that draft beer experience in the comfort of your living room.
You don't drink it ever directly from the thing, glug, 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 like Homer Simpson?
Only after we're closed, not during business hours, of course not.
So tell me about some of the local beers you have here.
We are very passionate about the Atlanta beer scene, and we've seen no less than 25 new breweries open in the last 12 months.
Why do you think people are so passionate about beer? We know about wine, and this has been going on for centuries, but it seems like within the past couple of years, people are fanatic. What is it about beer?
I'd like to think it's because beer is so versatile. So I love wine, but what is wine at the end of the day? It's grape, right? So beer can be barley, it could be wheat, it could be rye, it could be all sorts of base ingredients, it could be any flavor on the planet we can play with in a beer.
You have the greatest job in the world.
I do.
Your job is beer.
I
All
drink.
day you talk about beer.
I drink for a living, I really do.
We have to try a beer.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so this is the actual growler. You can buy it here.
That's correct.
Or you can bring in your own.
That is correct. So $4.99 gets you one of two different growlers. The big one, or the meowler as we often call it.
Okay.
The little guy. 64 or 32 ounces of fresh draft beer for your living room.
Now, what do? Do you bring a cooler with you to keep it cold? How long does it last? How long will it stay fresh?
I tell everybody Growler Town, as we call this area, is a pretty lawless place, but there are 3 indelible rules when it comes to growlers.
Okay.
Rule number 1 is the very first time you come in, you're gonna buy a growler. Rule number 2 is that you're gonna go ahead and keep this in the fridge when you take it home. And then rule number 3, it will stay fresh for at least 30 days until you open the seal. Once you open the seal, you wanna make it a night.
So you don't want to come back to it like a bottle of wine.
Yeah, you're not 3 days later just gonna say, hey, how's that growler aging today? It's not gonna age. Mary, do you wanna help fill this up for us?
I would love to.
All right, let's do it.
What beer is this?
This is the 3 Taverns. It's called their Single Intent.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
All right.
Let's call it a day.
Oh,
Perfect timing.
okay.
All right, so you want one of these, right?
I mean,
Come on
of
now.
course I want one.
All right, now I will point out, you don't come here to get a beer. This is what you're gonna do at home.
So this is a fresh craft beer. It's a totally different experience than if you would just pick up a 6-pack in a store because it's fresh from the tap.
That, and in this particular case, this beer is not available in bottles, cans, any other way. It's only available on draft. So if you really want to enjoy a 3 Taverns, you really have to get a growler.
That does make it special.
It does.
And are you constantly changing these out?
Oh, yeah. On a busy Saturday, we'll change 20 of our 60 taps.
How many beer nerds do you have coming through here?
Well, let's see, me. No, we love beer nerds. Beer nerds are our people, although we love people who just want to be beer nerds.
Do you think that people come here to make their own beer and then they'll try to prove themselves to you?
We get that a lot, yeah.
You do?
And we do run a homebrew contest every year.
How do I get to be a judge for that?
Call me, we'll make it happen.
Well, this is good. I'm gonna drink this now. Cheers, because I know you're gonna drink that by yourself.
That's for me.